Hey, YouTuberverse, another episode of Startalk now. This is Startalk. Neil deGrasse Tyson, your personal astrophysicist, reporting to you live from my office at the Hayden Planetarium. Chuck Nice.
That's right, sir. What's happening?
We've got our cosmic Startalk.
There you go.
Startalk.
Startalk. And then
Cosmic Queries.
Sweet.
And so, what's today's topic?
Well, we did Cosmic Queries, the deep.
What does that mean? I forgot.
We went deep on some issues. Like, we got a little more in depth than we normally do.
Oh, it was multiple topics. We just got deep.
We just got deep, and now we're going the deep part 2 because there were so many questions.
The deep, the sequel.
Look at that. This time it's personal.
Do the movie The Deep, I think, had an astrophysicist in it.
Okay, wait now.
And it was directed by.
Is that Ed Harris? The Deep?
Yes,
that is
I
Ed
think
Harris.
It was.
And so there were creatures from outer space.
Yeah,
but yet they
it was
resided
under
in the ocean.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Not bad. And it was love, of course, at the end that redeemed us as a species and caused them to say, you know what, we're not going to destroy you. All right, cool. Yeah. Well, this is, of course...
aliens are so not going to be like that.
No, they're not. By the way, probably they'd be like, you do realize love is nothing but a biological function that you guys experience in your brains, and we have no idea what it really is. And, yep, you're food.
Food to us, yes.
You're food to us. Yeah.
It's a cookbook. All right, go.
All right. We always start with the Patreon.
And I don't always know the answers.
No, you don't know. Well, you don't know the questions. So,
Yeah, I don't have
how would you know if you would know the answers? But you do always have an answer. So you may not know the answer, but you have an answer. That's for sure.
I don't know if that was a compliment or an insult. I have to think that through.
Not neither. That was just an observation.
All
That was, no, you normally do have the answer, which I find fascinating, to be honest. And whatever, what else would I be?
Just to be clear, the goal of Cosmic Queries is not to try to stump you. That's not the point of this.
No, it's people ask questions.
Right. If you got questions and I have the answer, I'll share.
There you go. This is John Donahue. And he says, how is there anything at all? Which came first, space or the Big Bang? Chicken and egg with the universe.
First of all, the chicken and egg has been solved. So stop mentioning chicken and egg.
Really?
Yeah, egg came first.
All right. Thanks for that.
Okay. Are we done there?
Where'd the egg come from?
From a bird that was not a chicken.
Oh, snap. Okay, that is just crazy.
How's that? That's just evolution by natural selection.
That's natural selection.
At some point, the bird that lays the egg that you're calling a chicken is some other bird that you're not calling a chicken.
Right.
Now, obviously, it's probably several generations for that.
It took some time.
Philosophically, this is what's happening.
So
the egg came first. We're done there.
We're done. The egg came first. There you go.
All right, so now, I can tell you what our thinking is, but there's not some measurement of this to verify it. Our thinking
that makes sense
is that the Big Bang exploded into existence space, matter and energy, as well as the hour of time itself.
So time, space, and matter.
So to even ask what was around before the Big Bang would be like asking what is north of the North Pole.
Oh, I got you. What is north of the North Pole?
The question has no meaning.
There you go. Gotcha.
See? Just because you can put nouns and verbs in the right sequence
doesn't
with
mean
a
that
question
they
mark,
have actual meaning.
Don't mean jack.
Right.
Okay?
Okay, so let me get this straight.
Yeah.
This singularity happens. Boom! A second later, everything else that is inside of that.
Yes.
So time and space and all the matter,
energy
and matter, which we're going to call the same thing. One turns into the other. All of that is inside of this thing that now is in existence.
Yes.
Dude, that's crazy what you just said.
That's our current understanding.
Dude, that's amazing.
So that would mean that if space is nothing...
Oh, my head is hurting right now because I'm trying to think about
if you
what
want
is
space to be nothing,
yes,
where there's no... Then what would you need
how
a word...
How do you make the nothing? Because nothing is space.
You need a word to describe where there is no space.
Wow, dude. Oh, my God, that's crazy.
Where there is no nothing.
That's right. So now, so here's what I'm trying.
We don't really have a word for that.
No, you don't.
Right. Now, in fact,
Let's call it something. No, we should call that nothing, and we should call what we have something.
like it's something that's nothing.
Yes.
Ooh, Chuck invents a word.
There you go.
Something.
Because really nothing is what we're talking about.
That's really what we're
That's
talking
really
about.
what we're talking about is nothing.
But now we want to talk about something that is nothing.
That
Ooh.
should be something.
Ooh, Chuck.
Nice.
Chuck bucking for the OED. Tomorrow morning, you get the vote. Hello, this is the Oxford English Dictionary.
Exactly.
Did you invent a word yesterday?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh man. So now what I'm trying to envision is what is around that singularity. And
It's embedded in a higher dimension.
Right.
It's like if you're an ant crawling inside this sheet of paper and that's your world, you have no concept of what's above or below it, even though we do, because we're higher dimension.
Because you can lift the paper up and see underneath the paper.
I can see what's
while
on
the ant is still on the paper.
Still inside
but
the paper.
that ant can never see underneath that paper.
Oh, he can't see. No. The ant is in the paper.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's in the paper.
In the paper. He
So
can
he can't
never
see above or below.
He can
Correct.
never see what's underneath it.
Correct.
That's crazy.
That's dimensionality.
So that's it. So basically what we're talking about, this nothing is really only resident in a higher dimension at the time when the singularity.
Now, the higher dimension people might say it's embedded in this thing that they call something.
Right.
Even though if it's nothing to us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is great. That was, dude, what's his name? John? John, thank you for that.
Is that John Donahue?
John Donahue.
All right.
Nice. That was excellent. Oh, I need a second. I'm sorry. We should,
You need a cigarette?
yeah, I was going to say, we should smoke a cigarette. That was really good, man.
All right.
All right. Let's move to the next one. This is from Facebook. This is Chris.
These are Patreons?
No, this is Facebook. That was Patreon.
The first one.
First
you
one
led
was
off with the Patreon.
I did. Because, of course, Patreon patrons actually support us financially. Okay? So,
That's cold. That's like saying, unlike the rest of y'all.
No, I'm just saying that they're special because they support us financially. You know what I mean?
Anyone who listens to the ads that fund this program are also supporting us.
If you're listening. So the people I really have a problem with are the people who don't listen to the ads.
Right. Especially since you're the voice on a lot of the ads.
I pretty much
You're
am.
dissing Chuck.
Thank you. So listen to our ads.
All right.
Or support us on Patreon. And skip the middleman and give us a direct infusion of cash. All right, here we go. Enough of that. I'm sorry. I can't
Don't
help
buy
it.
the Campbell soup so that they buy the ad.
Right.
Just walk right up.
Just right. Just go
Knock on the door.
Knock on the door and give Mr. Campbell $5. All right, here we go. This is Chris Coughlin, who wants
Wait. Speaking of Campbell soup,
Yeah.
okay. So
Okay, for those of you who are not on video, when you're
no.
listening
So
to
I have
us.
so it's not Campbell. This is Wallace's condensed soup.
Oh, okay. Oh, primordial soup.
This is primordial soup.
That's hilarious. Oh, there's actually soup inside of there.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
All
It's
right.
on my shelf.
Yeah,
Can of primordial soup.
Open that up and start your own world.
Not only that, wait, can I get our? Could you go pull one of those down?
What are you pulling down now?
Yeah, you can just pull the top one. It's fine.
Oh, you got another can.
So now, Campbell soup,
Whoa.
Yoda,
There's a Yoda soup.
and it's not Baby Yoda. It's like grown up
Yeah,
Yoda.
it's a grown-up Yoda.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And once again,
This is my office. We should do a thing on my office. by the
yes,
way.
we
Okay.
should.
All right.
Delicious I am. All right, here we go. This is Chris Coughlin, who wants to know this. I'd love to hear your take of the multiverse theory. Do you believe that every choice ever made by everyone has resulted in other realities, such as a crossroads example, 4 options, left, right, straight on, and turn around? The theory would have you make all 4 choices and only be aware of the one along a linear timeline, which would be your linear timeline. Interesting.
So let's back that up.
Yeah, let's back that up.
Let's back up.
Because he's packed a lot of stuff.
Here's
in
where
there.
the multiverse concept comes from.
Okay.
When you take Einstein's general theory of relativity, the modern theory of gravity,
Correct.
gives us our understanding of the curvature of space and time.
All right.
That's how we get our understanding of the Big Bang
Right.
and all this. All the modern cosmology has that as its foundation.
Right.
Then you have quantum physics,
Okay.
which came out, interestingly, 10 years after the general relativity. This is now in the 1920s. Quantum physics is all about molecules and atoms and nuclei and particles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Those two theories do not play nicely with each other in the sandbox.
Okay.
They each work in their own regimes, but you try to bring them together, they are inconsistent with each other.
Worlds colliding,
Worlds
Jerry.
colliding. It is
Yeah.
figuratively that.
Right.
All right, so now, what happens at the beginning of the universe when the entire universe was the size of an atom? Whose rules are in charge?
Whoa.
You have a shotgun wedding
There you go.
between quantum physics and general relativity.
And oh my God.
And all of us are pretty sure that quantum physics wins. And in so doing, quantum physics, where it pops particles in and out of existence, it could pop universes in and out of existence. Whole universes, if the universe is the size of a particle.
Absolutely.
So the point is, let's go back in time when the whole universe was the size of a particle. What are the rules of quantum physics telling us? They're telling us that multiple universes could be popping in and out of existence. And we are just one of them.
Gotcha.
Each one with a slightly different law of physics.
Okay.
So let's start there. So now there's no limit on how many of these universes there could be. Let's say there's infinite.
Okay.
If there's an infinite, that means there's every possible combination of all particles there ever were.
Right.
Including combinations of particles with you on another universe, on a podcast where you have an evil mustache. Well, you already have a mustache.
I already have an
You have an evil
mustache.
goatee. Well,
I
you
already
already
have an evil goatee. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
there's the nice Chuck.
Right, I was
and
going to say.
clean-shaven
Chuck.
Nice Chuck
Right, exactly.
in the other universe.
Right. And he's still a virgin, by the way.
So, it's been hypothesized that every version of you exists.
Virgin nice Chuck.
Every version.
Every version.
So you only happen to be in the one version that you are in.
Right.
So here's what I would say.
Go ahead.
People like thinking about this as a means of immortality.
True.
However, why would this Chuck, with all your atoms in this way, have any consciousness overlap with the Chuck in the other universe?
None.
There's no reason
There's
to be.
no reason.
For me to think so, because
That Chuck's living his own best life.
live his own best life.
Right.
You don't have overlapping consciousness with your twin.
Nope.
And they're in the same damn universe as you.
And
You
if
grew
they're
up with them.
identical, they came from the exact same single cell.
Single cell.
Right.
So if you don't share consciousness
Right.
with your twin, I'm not given reason to think you would share consciousness with somebody else who has the same molecular DNA construct as you, but in another
But in
freaking
another
universe.
year. Right.
There you go. That's my,
So there you have it. So yeah, I mean that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You know, that makes perfect sense. Hey, nice question there.
Got time for
Chris.
one more, I think, before we break.
Before we break,
Mm-hmm.
okay, here we go. Let's go with Claudio Ramirez. Claudio coming from
Ramirez
from Instagram says this: if all matter is spaghettified at the event horizon of a black hole into what is light spaghettified. Whoa, smaller pieces, photons, or is it that since the photon is actually energy, it is absorbed by the mass of the black hole? So the light that goes into a black hole, how is that spaghettified as a wave and a particle at the same time?
Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
But you can't handle the truth. Can you?
I don't know if I can handle
Do you want the truth?
I do want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. All right. So, first of all, it's not the event horizon where the action is.
Right.
The action is someplace closer to the center of the black hole where the tidal forces do rip you apart.
Okay.
Okay? I imagine there could be some black holes where the tidal forces are strong enough at the event horizon for this to happen to you. But if you're falling, you will fall through the event horizon. You won't know any different.
Okay.
Before, during, or after.
Right.
There'll be a point before you reach the singularity where you are ripped to shreds.
Gotcha.
Okay, spaghettified. Now, how about light? Light is in a way spaghettified.
Already?
In a way.
Okay.
Light also gets spaghettified.
Okay. Also gets
So let's take a wavelength of light.
Uh-huh.
Let's call it blue light, and it has a wavelength this big.
All right.
Okay. Actually, it's microscopic.
It's a small.
But just okay. Let's be literal. Here's a wavelength of microwaves, a couple of centimeters across.
Okay.
Okay, you can see that wavelength. All right. As this falls into the black hole,
Right.
okay, if you're watching that fall into a black hole,
Right.
it stretches.
The wavelength stretches.
Yes.
Wow.
It becomes as we say, redshifted, but simply means becomes a bigger
wavelength.
We said red because we talked about visible light shifting to the red side of that spectrum.
Gotcha.
But I'm using microwaves, which is already redder than the red, but we kept the term. It's getting bigger. And it would then become sort of infinitely redshifted as it goes down to the bottom of the horizon.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it really does
actually
spaghettify in some
you can't
sense.
fit the photon of longer wavelength than the size of the black hole itself into the black hole. So there's a limit to how big is the wavelength it fits in.
Gotcha. Okay.
The funny thing about the wavelength of these particles is you can trap them, you could do interesting things with them by creating boundaries smaller than the wavelength.
Right.
Like your microwave oven.
Which has little holes in it.
This is the size of the microwave.
Right.
How big are the holes on your microwave door? Just say
pretty
smaller.
small. Yeah.
Smaller.
Right. Smaller than wavelength.
Smaller than wavelength of the microwave.
So it doesn't come out.
They better be.
That's why you don't fry your eyeballs.
Well, your eyeball looking in.
Right.
If they weren't,
Are these burritos done? Oh my God. Right. That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, that would be a badly designed microwave oven.
Yeah.
So that's how you can have a transparent door, to light, visible light, but it's not transparent to microwaves.
Sweet.
Microwaves reflect off because it's smaller. So that's what will happen in a black hole to light.
Nice.
Gotta take a break.
Okay.
When we come back, more Cosmic Queries,
The Deep.
Down Deep, Part 2, when we return. We're back. Startalk, Cosmic Queries, The Deep.
The Deep.
Oh, sure. The Deep.
The Deep.
The Deep.
Nice.
Has your voice gotten deeper than mine yet?
No.
You still going through puberty?
I was about to say, I am going through adult puberty, so I'm looking forward to it.
The Deep.
The Deep.
No, you got that vibrato, that Scotch vibrato.
That's what it is. Scotch.
I don't drink Scotch.
I love Scotch.
Yeah,
Scotch.
I drink wine, and wine doesn't do that
No,
to your
wine
voice.
doesn't do that. As a matter of fact, you drink enough wine, and then all of a sudden,
You can become
wine becomes like this.
you become Thurston Howell.
My God, is that a Chateau Neuf de Pop?
Why do you become Thurston Howell the third every time?
It just works. It just works.
Chateau Neuf du Pape.
All right, back to our questions. We have the real JP from YouTube says this.
That means he's famous. If he's the real
If
JP,
he's-
all the famous
that
people
means somebody
put the
did-
real
right,
before
that's
him.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. How would you explain what weather was if we were, in fact, in a simulation? So,
No, they would just be simulating the weather.
yeah,
No.
it'd be the same. It's just a simulation of weather, right?
Correct. And if they want to be convincing as simulators, they would simulate everything that you would otherwise experience, that they experience in their world.
Right.
So they would have particles that, they wouldn't even have to be actual oxygen, nitrogen until you make the measurement.
Right.
Right. And then you quickly, that's the flag that
That's
goes
the
up.
flag
in
that goes up and it says, like, yo, that's what it is.
Program in
Right.
the oxygen, nitrogen molecules and carbon dioxide, unfortunately. And so they wouldn't have to have everything be that, but you just program that in. But here's something about the air.
Go ahead.
Do you know the quote from, was it Ogden Nash? Ogden Nash said it.
What?
It was either Ogden Nash or George Bernard Shaw.
Okay.
I know they're very different writers.
I was about to say.
Wind is caused by trees waving their branches.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
That's a lovely sentiment.
Yeah.
Because, of course, we see trees reacting
it's the
to wind.
manifest. Well, how
But-
do you know?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So perhaps that
you
reaction
turn on
is the manifestation.
When you turn on the light, how do you know it just didn't suck all the dark out?
Because I'm not 5.
So when I was in middle school, I converted my bathroom into a dark room where you develop
Film.
Yeah. It had a little photography business
Look
when
at you.
I was in middle school.
Jesus Christ.
And so we had an interior bathroom that didn't have a window. So that way I can make it completely dark. So I had a little sign I put outside and it said, "Don't open the door, otherwise the dark will leak out."
That's funny.
That's what I had on
Now,
there.
I had a sign.
I might still have that sign too.
I had a sign that said, "Don't open the door unless you want to be horrified." I'm a teenage boy, damn it. Stuff is going on in here.
All right.
All right. By the way,
What?
What I find really cool about what you just said is that is what we're doing. We create simulations right now to tell us about the weather and what it's going to do.
Oh, interesting.
That's exactly what we do.
Yes.
And we do that based on, I say we like I'm a
Oh,
scientist.
yeah, look the way.
Look at me.
I love the way. That's
I've been
good.
hanging out with you guys
Keep
too
going.
long.
Keep going. I'm loving it. Keep going.
But-
so they're called climate models.
Exactly.
Is what they're
And
called.
those models are made, the reason they know they work is because they're made and tested on data
On
that's
actual-
already happened.
Yeah, that's correct.
So it's so cool. Like you know.
There you go.
Yeah. So, all right. Nice. All right. All right,
Oh, by the way,
JP.
you want evidence when we don't really know what's going on?
Right.
When they say 50% chance of rain.
That's pretty funny, man.
That is the best evidence when that model does
Flip a
not
coin,
work.
right.
It does not
That's-
work.
That's fun.
Okay.
We got nothing is really what they're saying.
Okay, so in the future, you want weather forecast to be 100% of this or 0% of that.
Right.
Then you know you've got the right models.
That's true because you're really just covering your ass.
You are
That is all you are doing.
freaking A.
50%. Oh my God.
Yes.
You
You didn't
dirty
notice?
little weatherman.
You didn't notice?
You dirty cheating weatherman.
Every time they give a statistic, they cover in their ass.
50% chance of rain. That just means we don't know what's going to happen. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
All right. Sam Champion, we're coming for you. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is Wariam Sidhu. Wariam Sidhu from YouTube says, "Why is everything spherical and curvy in the universe?" Spherical and curvy.
I wrote a whole essay on this.
Did you?
Called On Being Round.
Nice.
I think it was one of my better top 10 essays.
On
in
being round.
On Being Round.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm almost not even going to try to. I that essay appears in my Death by Black Hole book. It was
really?
reproduced there.
Oh, sweet.
And it might. I don't think I put it in my other. So it's out there.
Okay.
So should I spend time on that here and now?
Or should you just go buy the book?
Death by Black Hole.
Warum Sidhu. Here's your answer. Death by Black Hole, Amazon.
It's a whole chapter in there
yeah.
on being round.
On being
and
round.
it's I'll say in simple terms,
It's okay.
multiple laws of physics conspire to make things round when you might want them some other shape, and that goes for soap bubbles. It goes. There's no cubic soap bubbles. Right. It goes for forming planets. Right. It goes for forming stars. It goes for what else? It goes for beads of water that ball up on your freshly waxed car after it rains.
Absolutely. It even goes for vegetables, things that have come out of the ground.
Like carrots?
Like carrots, they're curvy.
No, correct. We're talking about spherical round things.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
Like anything that hangs, like from a vine.
Hangs will be round.
Anything that hangs from a vine.
They're
ends up
generally
being
round. Okay. So the laws of physics conspire to make this happen, and that essay is an entire exposition on that. And you can just Google.
Dude, you are such a tease because you did not tell this guy
there.
why.
I think you can get the essay without having to buy the book.
Okay.
Just Google
Neil deGrasse
Google
Tyson.
deGrasse. Just that takes out Mike Tyson in case he wrote anything.
That's right. let me tell you something. First of all, I'm just saying this.
So Google deGrasse and On Being Round, and that should go straight to it.
I have a book called On Being on the Ground. It's where I bite your ear off and I knock you out. It's On Being on the Ground.
Okay. Anyway. All right. There you go.
Oh, by the way, when I do an internet search on
Right.
Tyson, I have to
You just take out Neil?
I subtract out chicken,
That's true.
and I subtract out boxing, and
Gotcha.
that tightens up the search.
And that tightens up the
Yeah,
search.
yeah.
All right. So On Being Round, and that'll give you a more in-depth because we don't have time to go into it
yeah,
here.
it's a lot.
It's
There's
a lot
there. Mhm.
All right, here we go. Wesley, Wesley Sang wants to know this. Hey there, my name is Wesley, and I'm from Jersey. Since we are in the universe, made conscious, and the universe as we know it so far started at the Big Bang, do you think it is possible that life was created by the Big Bang itself? That shortly after the Big Bang happened, the cosmos awakened. Thank you for all of the knowledge that you have given and that I have gleaned from Startalk.
Wow. That's a higher literate thing right there. Just
Yes.
compositionally and everything.
Exactly. He went there.
Man.
Somebody has Grammarly.
Somebody speaks good.
Somebody speak good. You speak good.
So, the answer is no.
Oh,
Okay, next
right.
question.
There you go.
No, here's why.
No.
Here's why.
Right.
Life is made of what we call organic ingredients.
Correct.
So,
Our life is.
yes.
Right.
Okay. So we've got oxygen, nitrogen, carbon. These are organic organic elements.
Right.
Okay. Organic chemistry is all about what those elements do, plus when they attach something else to it.
Right.
All life on Earth has those elements in it.
Exactly.
Those elements weren't around at the Big Bang.
Ooh. There you go.
They were manufactured in the cores of stars,
Nice.
of a kind of star that happens to then re-release it out into space.
Sweet.
So you have to stockpile generations of these supernova explosions that have made these elements and enriched the galaxy. You have to stockpile generations of them so that a later gas cloud
Right.
doesn't only have the hydrogen and helium it was endowed with at the Big Bang. It's got these extra contaminant enrichments. And out of those enrichments, the next generation of star systems will have the ingredients that can make planets and people
That is really very...
and life in general.
I wish that was common knowledge, that what you just said right there is so important in
I agree.
terms of an origin story.
Yes.
It's so important.
our origin
It's
story.
our origin story.
Origin story of life.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Hey, man, that's a great question.
That's why if you're looking at very, very old stars in the
Right.
galaxy,
Uh-huh.
it's pointless to try to find planets with life on them. We think.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It was too, like, it's kind of like looking at cookie dough and thinking that you're going to one day just see a cookie. No, it's like that dough
Well,
has to
are
go
you
through.
hungry- are you hungry
I
now?
am so hungry. How did you know?
You
But-
went from the freaking Big Bang to
I know,
cookie
it's a-
dough.
you know what? I
that's
am
your best.
hungry.
That's the best you
No,
can do for me.
I could have done so much
I
better.
know. I'm so disappointed.
I'm starving.
Well, cookie dough, and it's chocolate chip cookies, and the chocolate chips are the galaxies.
Right.
How about that?
There you go.
And it expands the galaxy's receipt.
That's a really great point, though. That's our origin story. That's
So
very
you might
cool.
ask, 5 billion years from now, where
Right.
even more generations of stars have enriched,
Exactly.
could those star systems have so much organic material that they'd be teeming
with the life, like
life on Earth has only one genesis, as
Right.
far as we know.
Yeah.
Maybe there are planets with multiple genesises of life.
Like they can't like they're just tripping over life
Tripping
because
over
there's
life.
so much material
As
there to
we-
make life.
So much material to make life. Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's God. I wish everybody knew that. Okay,
All right, time for one more
all right,
question.
we got
Go.
time for one more.
Before this segment.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is from Keep Looking Up on Instagram.
But somebody's got to keep looking up.
Yeah, that's their title right here.
Really?
Keep Looking Up on Instagram. Oh my God, what if backwards time travel is possible, but it's only possible at the same pace as we move forwards, and we will also be forgetting our memories as it moves, so it's kind of a pointless in the end because, you just be reversing the clock.
Okay, no one thinks that when they're thinking of time travel. Nobody. Nobody's saying, I want to go backwards in time and then just start living backwards.
The Benjamin Button version of time travel. Right.
That's not really time travel.
No, it isn't.
That's moving forward in
Forwards.
time while your sorry ass is moving backwards
That's
in time.
basically what it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's Benjamin Button.
That's the Benjamin Button time travel.
What's
thing.
a famous author wrote Benjamin Button? Who was it?
I do not know.
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
That's pretty famous.
That's pretty famous.
Yeah.
In fact, he has one of the most brilliant sentences I've ever read in my life.
All righty.
It was the sentence I read that convinced me I will never be a novelist.
Oh, wow.
Because I said, I can't write that.
That right. Like, damn, this guy just did it. Like it
Okay.
can't. It can't.
Can
be,
I tell you the sentence?
Go ahead.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Okay. It's from The Great Gatsby.
All right.
Okay. You remember it's a big party. There's a lot of sex, drugs, and rock and
Oh,
roll.
yeah.
Okay.
Roaring 20s.
Roaring
baby.
20s. Right. All
Yeah.
right. Here it goes. In his blue gardens, men and girls came and went like moths amid the champagne, the whispers, and the stars.
That's a great line. Oh my!
I'm done. I can't. It is not possible for that sentence to come out of me.
That's an excellent. That's really well done. God, that says so much.
It says so much.
So much. That speaks volumes.
Right.
Like you can
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
You can hear the decadence in there.
Yes.
You can hear the licentiousness in there.
Yes.
You can hear the
And it's at night, and he doesn't have to tell you it's
right.
at night.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Dude, that's it.
Chuck, we got to take a break.
Okay.
Come back, third segment.
All right.
Be there. Star Talk. Cosmic Queries. We're back. Star Talk. Cosmic Queries.
Yes.
The deep.
The deep.
These are your deepest questions that otherwise defied category, I think.
Right.
Is
yeah.
that right, Chuck?
And just kind of like, we don't care where they come from as long as they
As long as
invoke
they're
thought.
deep. As long as they're deep thought.
Right.
Okay. I think the ones we've read so far are exactly
Pretty
that.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've enjoyed it so far. Nice job, people. All right, here we go. Let's do another Patreon patron. All right, and this is Jensen Smart.
Okay.
What an apropos name for this show, Jensen.
What's a name like Jensen?
Jensen, that's a cool name too, How do we know dark energy is not caused by black holes? I hope Chuck is there on this one. I don't know why he said that. Why
Because
would
we love you, Chuck.
Oh, that's
we
so
love
nice.
you, Chuck.
Yeah. So there we go. How do we know that?
He's not comfortable enough in his masculinity to say that, but I'll say that. We love you, Chuck.
Oh, thanks. I love you too. This is weird. But go ahead.
So here's why.
All right.
Black holes are made of ordinary matter and energy.
Right.
And dark energy, I think he's being a little swayed by the word dark.
Mm-hmm.
It is some pressure in the vacuum of space forcing the universe to accelerate
In its
its expansion. And a black hole don't play that.
Right.
Black hole is the opposite of them.
Right.
It wants to pull things in.
Right.
Now, let's ask, maybe could that same question be put forth in reference to dark matter?
Okay.
Is dark matter black holes?
Right.
Not likely. In fact, almost certainly not, because we can account for the matter that is occupied by black holes,
Okay.
as well as stars and planets and all the normal matter we're accustomed to that's made of the elements you find on a periodic table. Dark energy is made of none of that.
Ooh.
It behaves completely differently.
Right.
Not gravitationally, but it does not interact with light. It does not, the things that everything else does to light, that dark energy does not.
Wow.
So we don't understand it.
Interesting. So dark energy is truly a mystery.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. Why, yes. It's the longest unsolved problem in modern astrophysics.
Okay.
It's been with us since 1936.
Right. Yeah. So oh
In
man.
fact, it was originally called missing matter, the missing matter problem.
Interesting.
You have this gravity. Like, where's the matter?
Right. Because what would be this gravitational effect? Basically, what's causing
Yeah,
this?
something's caused gravity.
Something's got to be
Missing matter.
causing that.
Yeah,
so it's
where's
not
the matter?
there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Wow. So dark really is just unknown.
Unknown, and I've made a case, I think a strong case, that dark matter should be renamed dark gravity,
Yes.
because that's what it actually is.
Right.
We don't know what is made of matter or anything.
See, now if you call it dark gravity, now we've actually given it a thing, and we should call it black gravity. Okay, because then they will find out what it is.
The cops will be all
Let
over
me
that.
tell you
No,
something.
stop.
They will find out. Can't have this black gravity. Listen,
Tugging on the
We
universe.
don't know what this black gravity is doing to the universe.
Tugging every which way on
Yes,
the universe.
We got to find out what is happening.
Sheriff, go
All right,
go round up some men.
there you go. We're gonna get to the bottom of this black gravity. I'm telling you that right now. Gonna find out. Okay. All right. Oh, Jesus. All right, here we go. This is Jonas.
You got more questions?
Jonas
deep.
Klippenstein wants to know this. How can sunlight, which transfers heat molecularly, spend 8 full seconds in frozen space and still be warm? Why is moonlight not the same? Seeing how it is a reflection of sunlight, it's an interesting question. You don't feel warmth of the moon, but you damn sure feel the warmth of the sun 93 million miles away. Interesting.
Well, the moon is not very bright compared to the sun.
That is so true.
So
because we can look directly at the moon for as long as we want.
Your eyes are not going to burn out.
It's just
okay. Okay.
Right.
Nobody says shield your eyes at the full moon.
Exactly.
That is not happening.
Right.
That has never happened.
You can stare the moon down.
Let me tell you how dim the full moon is.
How dim?
Okay. Did you see the eclipse back in 2017?
Yes, I did.
Mercury's eclipse.
Mercury.
If you didn't see the total eclipse, don't tell me you saw the eclipse. Okay.
Oh, well, then I didn't see the eclipse.
Fine. Okay.
I'm not like you who gets invited to secret places in Tennessee.
I was in a secret place. It was in Idaho.
Oh,
but
Idaho.
fine. So here's the
It's
thing.
even worse.
Here's why a partial eclipse is nothing like a total eclipse.
Okay.
It's not just a slightly lesser version of the full.
Right.
You ready?
Go ahead.
When the sun is 99% covered by the moon, with just a thin little smidgen,
Right.
the amount of light that reaches Earth from that smidgen
From that little smidgen.
equals the light of 10,000 full moons.
Holy crap. So that little sliver
The
of light that is
1%
around
of the sun.
the circumference of the moon blocking out the sun, that tiny
Correct.
little bit, is brighter
Then
than
10,000 full moons. Correct.
Wow.
All right. So just put that in context.
Damn. That's
All right. So don't
dude,
cry
that should
about.
be on a Snapple cap.
Okay. So don't cry about that one.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
The moon. Plus the moon. You know how reflective the moon is.
No.
So the moon
Okay.
is only reflecting not much more than 10% of the sunlight that hits it.
Right.
The rest is getting absorbed.
Right.
So the moon. Don't turn to the moon and moon bathe. It ain't happening.
Right,
Okay.
okay.
So that's A. B. The photon
Gotcha.
is a packet of energy, and it doesn't make sense to think of it as having temperature. It's just energy moving through space.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Interesting.
Then when you absorb it, it vibrates the molecules in that which absorbed it, and that is measured as temperature.
So the disruption of your molecular makeup is really what is the heat that you're experiencing.
When the energy you absorb increases the vibration rate of your molecules, you experience that as heat.
That's it.
That's correct.
So it's not like a bunch of photons are laying on your body and
Warming
making
me.
you warm.
No.
That's
I
not
absorb
it. You're
them
absorbing them
entirely.
The disruption of your molecular
It's not
makeup.
disruption. It's just
it vibrates. them. That's why I say.
Okay. By the way, there are photons that you don't absorb that way.
really?
Yes.
Okay. Now what is that?
Like ultraviolet photons.
Oh my God, that's right.
You absorb an ultraviolet photon, you don't feel the heat.
That's right.
What it does is it breaks apart. Rather than making you vibrate more, it breaks apart molecules.
That's right.
In your body,
Which
and leads to skin cancer.
So
and
now I know why
sunburn.
you made me not use the word disruption, because that's a disruption.
That's a disruption.
Gotcha. See, I was using disruption as just a disturbance, but
Right,
it's
right.
not.
No.
The disruption is an ultraviolet.
You can break a molecule. You don't. That's why we don't experience ultraviolet as heat.
Gotcha.
We experience infrared as heat.
That's right.
Yet it's they're both energy, and in fact, an ultraviolet photon has more energy than an infrared photon.
Right.
You just don't receive them the same way.
And oh, that's so
And
great.
it's only when you absorb it and increase the vibrations do you then feel heat.
I got to tell you something. This show is good. It's a good show. People
Now,
should listen to
I
this.
think we have to end on that question, but I have
People
one more
should
point.
listen to this show.
But
Go ahead.
We have to end on that question, but I have one more point.
Okay.
Okay. The photon has another view of the world.
All right.
Okay. Do you remember Einstein? The faster you go, slower time ticks for you.
Correct.
At the speed of light, time stops.
Are you saying photons don't experience time at all? Holy crap.
So the instant the photon was created in what we call the photosphere of the sun, the outer surface,
Okay.
and then it went on its 8-minute and 20-second journey to Earth, if you're the photon, you are born and you land on someone's buttocks in the same moment. In the same moment.
Oh, snap.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
You have no
concept of time at all.
Of that time passing.
Look at that.
You were born and absorbed in the same instant.
Dude, that's awesome. That's really cool.
I'm just saying.
There you go.
I'm just saying. We ran out of time.
I know.
All right. Chuck.
Yeah, man.
That was good, man.
This was good.
It was good.
Ugh.
What do we call the show again?
I don't know. Moon bathing. Moon bathing.
Startalk.
No, Startalk.
Startalk.
The deep.
Cosmic queries. Deep questions. I'm impressed we had a bin of these.
Yeah, man.
So thanks for joining us, Chuck Nice, tweeting at Chuck Nice Comic.
Thank you, sir.
I've been Neil deGrasse Tyson. Many of you are watching this. Some are listening. In either way you take us, we are Startalk. And I bid you to keep looking up.